Good morning, Key Stage 1, and welcome to your day 2 of week 7 of your writing for your poetry unit. In today's lesson, we are carrying on with our planning. So we are planning our writing for a poem. So I can discuss what I want to write, talking about your ideas. I can also write in stanzas, which is a group of lines in the poem. And I can even use rhyme in my poem, using those amazing rhyming words at the ends of the lines in your poem. Our retrieval practice for today is looking at our handwriting practice and forming our ladder letters. So I will show you how to form these letters correctly. So with the L, make sure we're starting on the line. We ascend, so we go all the way up, all the way down again, and lead out. And again, I'll show you, we start on the line, we ascend, we go all the way up, all the way down, and lead out. It's very important to remember that you start on the line to do your lead in and you do your lead out as well. And then without the dot, just like that. For the letter I, again, we start on the line, we ascend to about halfway, back down again, lead out, then go back for the dot. And again. And without the dots to help me, lead in, make sure we've got our lead out, and then come back for the dot. And with the letter J, again, we always start on the line, ascend about halfway, so going up to about halfway, making sure we loop around when we descend, when we go down, and our lead out. Then we come back to do the dot. So watching carefully for that letter formation, making sure we've got our lead ins, our lead outs, and then without the dots, super. And when you've practiced all of those letters, so L, I, and J, you can practice some words trying to join your letters together. So we've got dig, leg, lad, and fig. Pause the video now and practice your handwriting of these ladder letters. Your next retrieval practice is making sure we can remember some of our capital letters. So we've got some lowercase letters over here, and we've got capital letters, uppercase letters, so your capital letters here, and you need to match them together. So pause the video now, have a chat with your grown-up and see if you can match them, and I'll go through the answers in a moment. Let's check our answers then. So we've got M, N, O, P, R, and Q. Fantastic if you could match those up yourself. Just like yesterday, I want you to discuss your ideas before we start writing them down, because it's really good to talk about these things and make sure you re-jog your memory of what you want to write about. So look at your word bank from last week and recap the words that you have included in your word bank. Think about what you could see at the beach. Also think about what words you chose to rhyme, because these are super important and you'll need these to be at the end of the line. So pause the video now and chat about your ideas of what you could write in stanza 2 of the poem. Before we start our writing, I just want to go over again the amazing things that you can use to help you in your independent writing. So we've got the waggle. You can use that to help you with the features and the structure of a poem, so what a poem looks like. You've got your word plans here, so all of the things that you could see at the beach. Your sound chart to help you with tricky spellings in your phonics. Pictures of the beach. Your rhyming words. And your sentence tick list. So make sure you're always thinking about what you can use to help you, just in case you get a little bit stuck with your ideas. So now I've had to think about all of my ideas, I can start writing stanza 2 of my poem. But before I do that, I'm just going to read through yesterday's work to make sure that my ideas today flow from that first stanza. The beach. What do you see at the beach? So many things I could screech. Fizzy pop and ice cream, it's like a dream. Boats and ships for adventurous trips. So now I'm going to start writing stanza 2, and I'm going to use the waggle to help me quite a lot with this one, and I'll see if I can magpie some of the ideas. So when I start writing, I'm going to think about the types of fish that I could see, because if you're at the beach, you still would be able to see lots and lots of fish. So I've got the starfish. What other fish could I see? Shellfish, so they're like crabs, got the hard shell on them. So shellfish, starfish, all kinds of cool fish, and that will make my first 2 lines. I'm going to use those ones. So let's start with shellfish, capital letter for the start of our sentence, the start of our line, sorry. So shellfish. And this one's very similar to the waggle. So shellfish, starfish, shellfish, starfish. Next line, capital letter, all kinds of cool fish. And full stop. Okay, next one, looking at the waggle, we've got bass and wrath, swimming in math. Lots of rhyming there, so I need to think of a rhyming word that I've got that has lots of rhymes to go with it. Okay, I've got football, tall, all, volleyball. That's one that I've got lots of rhyming with, so I might go for that one. So football, volleyball. Something for us all. Football, volleyball, games for us all, that could work. Let's write that one down. Capital letter. So football, volleyball, games for us all. Again, starting my line with a capital letter. making sure that my rhyming words come to the end of the line. Games for us all. And then ending my line with a full stop because it's the end of this sentence. Right, time to read through my work and check that I'm happy with it. And I'm going to read it all the way from stanza 1. The beach. What do you see at the beach? So many things I could screech. Fizzy pop and ice cream. It's like a dream. Boats and ships for adventurous trips. Shellfish, starfish, all kinds of cool fish. Football, volleyball, games for us all. And I'm happy with that, so I'm going to leave that as my plan for stanza 2. Now it's your turn, so you need to write the second stanza of the poem. So again, we've got a mild, medium and hot chili challenge, so you can choose which one you want to do. So in the mild one, it's got 2 of the lines there for you already, so you just need to think of some words that can rhyme to fit in. For the medium one, there's much more of a gap, so you need to think a bit more about your ideas and come up with some of your own ideas on this one. Or there's the 3 chili one, the hot task, and this one, there's no sentence starters and no ideas from us, so it's all of your ideas. Pick which chili challenge you would like to do and then write your second stanza to the poem. Good luck with your ideas, they're going to be amazing. Time for the plenary then. So what I'd like you to do is make sure you read through your work. Make sure you read through stanza 1 and stanza 2. Does your work make sense? Are there any corrections that you need to make? Remember, you can make these with a red pen if you have one, or just use your pencil if you don't have a red pen. Check that you've got capital letters at the start of each line. You're using your neatest cursive handwriting. You've got clear finger spaces between words. Full stops at the end of sentences. And make sure you read through it and read through it again so that it makes perfect sense. Time for today's reflection then. So again, in this lesson, we were planning for your poem. Think in your head, could you discuss what you wanted to write? Could you also write in stanzas? So remember, that's a group of lines. And could you even use rhyme in your poem? Could you get those rhyming words to the end of the line? Well done if you could do all of that. And we'll be doing something again similar tomorrow. Have a lovely day.